insidious, horrible, evil, damaging, is because it changes how we behave. It changes the things we choose in our lives. Do we make friends easily, or do we figure they're going to hate us anyway? I had a friend like this. She used to drive me crazy. She was just mean to everybody. And I will tell you, those people that are super hard to be around, they're probably already figured that you already don't like them, so they're gonna make the first move. Do we make self-deprecating jokes? Like, here she comes, North America. I used to do that to myself. Do we try for better jobs and better clients, or do we figure that we're not good enough? This was especially important with women, because men will see a job description and go, yeah, I know that, I can learn that, I know that, I can learn that. Yeah, no problem, I got it, apply. And a woman will go, oh, I don't know that, I do know that, I don't know that, I don't know that, yeah, I can't take this job. Do we self-isolate? Do we decide, oh, I don't have any friends, I'm just going to stay home, nobody wants me there. Nobody cares if I go to the pool party tonight. Nobody will know if I'm not there. Because it's just easier than going there and having somebody say something mean to you, or you're not going to get accepted. Are we brave in our relationships? And when I mean brave, I mean, are you willing to trust somebody? Are you willing to give them a little bit of credit in the trust bank? Like even people who go through bankruptcy get a secured credit card and you start over, You can't have any kind of relationship at any level to any degree without trust. And somebody has to be the one who gives it. And that is terrifying. Whether it's whether you're dating, or you have a new job, or you're changing your industry, you're meeting new people, or if you're reconciling, I did reconcile with my mother. She is sober. We do have a good enough relationship, but I realize her limitations, right? And we do this with our software. You don't expect an events calendar to post a blog post for you or to write it, So you reframe those relationships and accept them within their own context. That's brave. Because when we've been traumatized to a degree from any experience in our lives, whether it's divorce or loss, grief, anything like that, it's very hard to be that person who puts themselves out there. Are we vulnerable to somebody? Not everybody. You don't have to be like me and talk about how ridiculous it is to date in 2019 on Twitter. But somebody, you should trust somebody with your soul. It could be somebody you pay, like a therapist, but you should trust somebody. Because otherwise you're not gonna be in that hot springs with snow monkeys. So, as a pragmatic person, I just want to talk about self-talk, not all of our mental health. Everybody struggles. You should totally listen to any talk by Corey Miller, because a lot of times people just present the success, or people only pay attention to people who they think is a success, and so you don't see everything underneath. So you've got to make breaking changes. This is super important. Sometimes it means pausing or completely disconnecting a relationship you have with somebody who is toxic, I think is the word du jour. So we have to find the bugs. They're not features. So find somebody you can trust to talk about what's going on with you, and you start to recognize the patterns in your word choice. Practice self-awareness, journal. I'm not a journaling person. It doesn't work for me. It makes me feel even stupider. So if that's If that's you, that's fine. But you know, these things are important, right? So when I start saying, "Oh, Bridget, you're so stupid," and then I go, "Oh my gosh, that's so mean." And the thing is, I can see it. Like my roommate and I kind of keep each other accountable, and she'll say, "Oh, it's because, you know, this relationship, it's because I'm so stupid," and da-da-da. I'm like, "You are so mean to my friend Wendy." And so now she starts saying that to me, and she goes, "You're so mean to my friend Bridget. Why would you be that mean?" And it's true. And then you start to become aware of these books, you know? You shouldn't say that you are stupid and that you are fat and that you are ugly and that you are all these things. And I really thought about that, like, you start dating at 225 and then you think everybody has to be a model, but, you know, there's a demographic for everyone, so it's fine, it doesn't matter. So we're going to do a little kind of challenge, and that's why you have these letters on your chairs. So what I would like you to do for a few minutes is to think of some of the things that you are. And this is where I go, like, I'm not a whole, like, Tony Robbins kind of a person. I don't think that you should say things that aren't true. So no, I'm not the best React developer in this room, because I'm not a React developer at all. I'm not any kind of developer. I'm a zero developer. So for me to say, I'm just the best React is stupid, because it doesn't make any sense. That's not what I am. But what I am is great, right? What do people say about you? What I am is friendly. What I am is kind. I am good at marketing. I am good at strategy. I am willing to learn about things. I am willing to travel. I am willing to be in a room with other people. Like, if you can think of the things that you say about yourself and then switch it to what you actually are, then I feel like it will help you later. When you start to say, "Oh, Bridget, you're so stupid." No, I'm not. I made one mistake that I'm never going to repeat. But that's how we learn. We learn through failure. And if we're so hard on ourselves that we don't allow ourselves to fail, then we're going to stop learning. And if you stop learning in tech, you're